So Ron DeSantis was on Bill Maher's show, Real Time with Bill Maher. There's a lot of things I could say about Bill Maher, just in general. We're gonna check out this little clip from the show. We'll see.
First up,
We'll
he
see
is
if this
the
becomes a
governor
video.
of Florida, who is, currently on our show? Currently running to be the Republican nominee for president in 2024, Governor Ron DeSantis. Hey.
What's up, man?
Ron.
How you doing?
It's a pretty good blue state.
I know. Welcome
That's
back.
not bad. All right. On a scale of 9 to 10, what'd you think of my monologue?
Honestly, I was laughing. I'll give you that.
Right.
Laughing on both sides of the aisle, too, so it was good. And
Yeah.
welcome back to the show. I know you guys were on hiatus for a while.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were on hiatus, and then Bill Maher, desperately wanting to be a little fucking freak, tried to scab, only for the fucking strikes to end not that long before, I think it was literally a week after he announced that Real Time was coming back. That's when they ended the strikes. More than likely, though, I think he actually went back on it. He was like, "Oh, Real Time's not coming," and I 100% believe that it's because some studio exec told him that the strike was going to be ending soon.
Yes.
Because they were still in talks to him.
I do got to put in a plug. If you ever have problems in California, in Florida, not only we have no income tax, no vax mandates allowed in the state.
Well, we're going to get to that. I know, but people do wear cowboy boots with a suit.
That's right.
So I'm not going to fly. Okay, that's
We're
just
proud
a crazy
of it, too.
thing.
We're proud of it.
But there were no cowboys in Florida, Ron.
Oh, yeah, you should try Florida. We're one of the top cattle states in America. Once
Really?
you go from the beach...
On the-
oh, yeah, you should try Florida. We're one of the top...
We need to take a look at these shoes. Because they are not hidden. They're not. Those are not good shoes, man. Especially right here, where the tip kind of goes up. I don't know. Not a good fit.
Okay, so the debate, it was a shit show, but right. I mean, even you said you would have turned it off if you were watching. I mean, people screaming over each other. I couldn't hear what anyone was saying. It was terrible. But I heard you won. I heard the polling said you won. What did you win? With Trump? No, honestly, with Trump not in the race.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. If you won a shit show, what did you really win? Because, no matter who was coming out of the debate, they're not polling better than Trump. They're polling for second place. And Ron, I wouldn't even say he won the debates because he didn't really say anything. I think, that's probably actually a good thing because those debates were a fucking shit show. But, he barely felt like a factor in it. But we'll see.
What did you win?
Well, but I think that, he's not showing up. He's missing in action. He owes it to voters to show up and defend his record. And I think he thinks he can take a juice poll and then people don't get to vote. That's not the way the system works. You got to go earn votes. So I'm showing up. I'm showing that. And here's the thing. In the midst of all the show that happened.
Yeah, but because of who you are and who he is, they're still going to vote for him. He doesn't need to show up. I wish he would show up. That would be really fun. It would make the debates a lot, more entertaining. But he's not going to because he knows he doesn't need to. And Ron DeSantis is never going to poll better than Trump. Never. He's so unlikable.
I was the one guy that people said, you know what, this guy's actually acting like a president when the rest were not. And so, okay, there I am. I told Donald, let's do a debate. I'm debating your governor, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely acting like a president when in the first debate he fucking stole Donald Trump's line when he came to Anthony Fauci. That's how he acts like a president. He acts like a marketing person.
The thing is, you did not take my advice.
What was it?
I was on this show a few times when we talked. I said, this guy's crazy to run this time. He's, 45 years old?
Yeah.
He just had a birthday, right?
Yeah.
You could run for the next 20 years. If you were Biden, the next 40. Okay, why run against Trump? You're trying to thread this needle that will never happen.
Well, for a couple reasons.
You can't disavow him because that's the base, and yet you're running against him. And that's why, let's face it, Ron. If campaign was going well, you wouldn't be on this show.
Oh, that's not true.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't like Bill Maher. He's definitely a lot closer to the right than the left, I feel like, nowadays. But at the same time, he is asking pretty good questions so far, why? Ron DeSantis, unfortunately, will more than likely have a very long political career. It's so stupid to try to do it now.
No, one, I don't think he can win the election. I could win the election. Two,
If Donald Trump can't win the election, then no Republican can, because none of you can match him. That's the thing. No Republican candidate can even touch Trump right now. Absolutely not. Ron DeSantis is he's the exact opposite of Trump. He's so unlikable when Trump has a lot of stuff you can like about him. A lot of stuff you can dislike about him too. But I'm talking about the appeal to the Republican base. When it comes to the Republican base, Trump has so much more appeal than DeSantis to an ungodly amount. Let's even pull up their how they're polling. It's fucking night and day. 55% to 14. Look at this. It used to be over here, pretty even ground, honestly. But there's no way. It's gotten worse over time. There's absolutely no way he can clear that gap.
I don't think he could actually get the job done that we need to do. For example, COVID. I think we need accountability for what this government did to this country with the COVID restrictions, mandates, and lockdowns. Donald Trump is not going to do that.
Yeah, we should obviously put the guy who had so many fucking COVID deaths in his state in charge of COVID restrictions. In charge of public health in general. Yeah, what a fucking great idea. The guy who fucking dropped the ball to a astronomical degree that so many dead people are on, there's so many lives on his hands, should be in charge of public health. I don't see how he thinks this is a positive for him, even in his own fucking state.
He says he did everything right. He says he saved millions of lives with lockdowns. He claims his mRNA shot saved 100 million lives. He's not going to clean house at CDC, NIH, FDA, or any of that.
Oh, look at that. One of the top results. How many people in Florida died of COVID? Let's see. Let's see right here. Cases 7,089,000. That's pretty weird, you know? What a large spike. Let's just look up COVID deaths by state. California, Texas, and fucking Florida right there. Third biggest. Yeah, let's put this guy in charge of public health.
I will get the job done, and a lot of other things we do. The one thing about me in Florida, and even my critics will acknowledge, if he says he's going to do something, he will follow through and get the job done. So it's about the country. Are we going to get the country turned around or not? I don't think he's a vehicle that's doing, and I have been, when I supported him on the things I liked, I've said it, but I've been critical about the things that he didn't do, and I'll continue to do that.
Okay, but you campaigned for election deniers in 2022. This I do not forgive.
Well,
to
look.
quote The Godfather. I mean, Carrie Lake, who said Biden's an illegitimate president. Trump didn't.
Well, now she's attacking me, so maybe I did make a mistake there, because she's out there saying, she's trying to say that we mandated vax in Florida. We did the opposite. We protect.
No, you had to. You definitely had to, because you were fucking having so many COVID deaths. You definitely had to. Don't be
people.
he's also definitely vaxxed, by the way, which is insane.
Even from private mandates, so that may have been.
But Trump lost the election, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you campaign for people?
Because I wanted to see Republicans win key races.
And
I think it's important.
That's not a deal breaker issue for you. That's not democracy.
Well, okay. Well, let's go back to 2016. Your friends in Hollywood were cutting ads telling the Electoral College to vote against Trump in the Electoral College because it was stolen. They said Russia stole the election. For years they said that. So don't act like this is a unique thing in modern history of the country.
First of all, Ron, I have no friends in Hollywood.
First of all, who is this fucking audience? Second of all, it's a lot different between just saying Russia did it versus a fucking riot at the Capitol. And second of all, of course, Bill Maher has to throw in the whole I have no friends in Hollywood, especially after the whole strike thing. But, I mean, it wasn't much, obviously. This was just a very short clip from Bill Maher's show. But yeah, I don't know how he thinks he's going to win this, honestly. Like, there's no way he's coming out on top with this, especially against someone like Trump.